And we have a victim. You can see a small bubble protruding out of one end. This is 926 Hertz plus 10,164 Hertz. 100 watts. SWR is almost just slightly above 1.1. There we go, a live devitalization. Look how tough he is. He can swim and disintegrate at the same time. Watch carefully. I'm going to keep him centered in the scope. Look at that. Incredible. Now watch carefully. Fantastic. Very dramatic. These are kind of young, small organisms. Very powerful, very strong. And that's hard to capture on video when they're swimming. And they keep swimming while they disintegrate. Phenomenal. 926 Hertz plus 10,164 Hertz. 100 watts. There's a further explosion there. 100 watts. SWR is just barely over 1.1. That's a very low SWR. Just seem to be having good luck tuning the phanotron tube tonight. This video being filmed September 12th, 2007. We're going to pursue him to the end. He's getting fat. I think he swam into a danger zone. Oh, here he goes. Exploding and swimming. Darn it, I can't get him on the film. Look at that. He fought to the very end. He was so tough. Swam and swam until he just suddenly exploded. That scale is correct. And let's watch it, the aftermath here. I'll center it. Let's watch the aftermath a little more closely. You'll probably get subsequent explosions. That's 929 Hertz plus 10,164 Hertz, 100 watts, SWR just barely above 1.1. Maybe we'll take a chance and zoom in on this guy with the next level lens here. Let's see, I'll fix the scale for you here. This looks like the 20x objective, and we might get an explosion on the screen if we watch carefully. 20x objective is correct. There we go. Look, these guys merged. Fantastic. First time ever seen. Look at here. What's going on? I thought there was going to be another merger. Some kind of post-disintegration fusion. Look, there it is, another one. Another one. The former remnants of the organism. Now it explodes. And here, another attempted fusion. Does that show up on the camera? Yeah. Look at that. And they fused. They're fusing in the top part. The bottom one, now they're fused. This is new behavior. 929 Hertz, 10,164 Hertz. I wonder if that sphere will now explode as did the other. He's getting a very light, look, he exploded out the top. Fantastic. We saw some kind of post-disintegration fusion and then an explosion of the fused sphere. This is a new behavior never before seen. The date is September 12th, 2007. 100 watts with the phanotron tube filled with helium. SWR just barely above 1.1. 929 Hertz and 10,164 Hertz. Fantastic display this evening. Okay, we got a live victim there. And we missed it. It was too fast. That's what's left of them. 100 watts, 1.1 SWR, and 924 hertz. Okay, we've got one on the run. I just saw a partial explosion. This batch of organisms is really tough. These are little young guys, and they don't just sit and die, they swim and disintegrate. Maybe you can see the little bubble at the top. Let me see if I've got to change the scale. There's the proper scale, and we'll try to give you a little better focus maybe. Look at these guys, are tough to film. They are swimming while they are dissolving. This has not been seen a great deal in the past. Perhaps it's because this batch of Blepharismas has been around in my lab for a couple weeks, and I think all the older ones got big or died, natural causes. See, he's going to disintegrate while he's swimming. He's tough. I've got to chase him on that microscope slide and hope that I can catch him when it happens. It's, I feel a little bit like a cameraman for a football game. He's got a small blister on top, and with these younger, smaller organisms, that seems to be the first thing. Whoops, I overshot him. Oh, and look, there he's exploding on the run. Watch him, look at him try to escape. Incredible. They go from a small blister and then a mass explosion while they're still swimming. Okay, we'll try to do a close-up of this guy. Let's see if we get the same fusion kind of effects we saw earlier. We are seeing a general disintegration. I'll change the scale. That's the 20x, 20 micrometers. That's the proper scale. And it's a little out of focus there. Let's see if we can. This seems to all be moving a little bit. Look on the upper left. I think it's very interesting what's happening over there. There's almost a little bit of structure of the organism left. Still, maybe you can see still sort of dissolving in here. This is 930 hertz. This is my first videotaped hit at 930 hertz. Look at that light center spot in the middle. And then he changes shape. It's really interesting to see how these organisms are disintegrating tonight. They seem to each have their own frequencies, but they're all relatively close to one another within a few hertz. This is a little farther shot of what's left of that organism you just saw. Can you see that? Very colorful in the midst of quite a bit of debris. 100 watts, SWR about 1.1. 932 hertz. First hit at that frequency I've seen. 932 hertz plus 10,164 hertz. And there's so much debris on the slide we can't really tell what the heck's going on. That was interesting because he was just standing still and then suddenly started to disintegrate. There are several nearby organisms standing still. Okay, here's another one. This is in real time. 932 hertz. you can see, we'll take a second, just drop down. Right below him is one that already exploded. And now he seems to be affected by 932 hertz. 932 seemed to stop quite a few organisms in their tracks. Yep, he's got a bubble now. Sorry, the computer fell asleep there. Now when the little blister is growing, but I found that when the amplifier, which is amplifying all these frequencies and driving the plasma light, when the amplifier gets too warm, the effects begin to slow down. So probably it's a good idea to let the amp cool down a little bit after 45 minutes or so. Let's keep an eye on this organism, and we may actually get several in a row here. He has a couple of neighbors. Yep, his little blister is definitely growing, although rather in slow motion, though. Let's continue to watch him. Oh, here's another one down here, happening in real time. See if you can pick that up. Excellent. 932 hertz. Looks like an excellent frequency. Quite a few organisms. And he may have some nearby fellows. Oh, yep, right next door. Oh, incredible, we just missed it. There it is, live. This is a major frequency, 932. Let's see who else is going to explode at 932. There's a lot of organisms stop moving on the slide. And we have another taker at 932. There he is. This is a real-time disintegration of a Blepharisma using a plasma light. The date is September 12th, 2007, and this has been a really interesting night of experiments because I've been finding there's a nice little range. If you keep changing by 1 hertz, you will find another organism who is affected. There's several nearby. We'll try to catch a few more on video. Okay, we have another one. There he is, live. We just caught the end of that one. They're happening sort of quickly. Here's one right below him. We're catching him live. He's moving while he's disintegrating. He's actually rotating while he's swimming. Swimming, rotating, and disintegrating all at once. This is 932 hertz, which has been a fabulous number. Look at that. Little pieces of them are fragmenting off while he continues to try to swim, slowly rotate. You see a little bit of that vibration that you sometimes see in them. They'll sort of vibrate and wiggle back and forth. This is a Blepharisma undergoing devitalization or disintegration, however you wish to explain it. This is currently an unexplained effect. The device causing this effect is at least 5 inches away from the microscope slide. It's only putting out about 100 watts. And we're finding that the Blepharisma in general are affected by a combination of frequencies. One of the frequencies is very high, 10,164 hertz, 100 watts, SWR just a hair above 1.1. And then we're finding there's a kind of a range of frequencies that affects the Blepharisma, starting around 900. Adding that, we take 10,000. There he goes. We take 10,164 hertz, and then we add to that a range of frequencies starting at around 922 hertz, 923, and so on. This is happening at 932 hertz. So there's a little range in there within which the organisms will exhibit this behavior and show this effect. Now this is interesting. He's sort of half disintegrated. There he goes. Now he's going to finish. And we're seeing almost a fusion. Now the sphere separates again. Marvelous. There's a dramatic explosion out both ends at the same time. Complete disintegration. And let's watch the spheres, because sometimes more activity happens. And oh, we have another one right below it. We have to catch him. Here's another one live. 932 hertz is the magic number. Ladies and gentlemen, this may become the new hot number for Blepharisma. 932 hertz is taking quite a few victims tonight. 932 plus 10,164, 100 watts, SWR 1.1. Fantastic. Powerful, powerful. And quite a few neighbors are not moving, which means they are strongly affected. And we have another victim. There he is, in the center of our screen. Real-time disintegration, Blepharisma. 932 hertz. He held out for quite a while. 1,041 seconds it took to break this guy down. Yet many organisms are still living on the slide. But he has some neighbors who are not swimming. Here's one I believe is about to begin a disintegration. He has that look about him. Indeed, there he goes. I'll center the picture. It's a live disintegration, devitalization of a Blepharisma. September 12, 2007. We seem to have discovered a majorly important frequency of 932 hertz. We add to that 10,164, and by the way, 10,164 is the 11th harmonic of 924 hertz. So it would be interesting to adjust the 10,164 to make it be the 11th harmonic of 932 hertz and see if we get a dramatic change. And we have another hit. Live, real time. Now this is a new frequency combination. The frequencies are 932 hertz, and then I just changed as an experiment the upper frequency. It is now 10,252 hertz, which is the 11th harmonic of 932 hertz. It'll be interesting to see if that's made much difference. Okay, we have another victim. There he is. Real time. The scale is correct. 10x objective. 10,252 hertz plus 932 hertz. So you have 932 hertz plus its 11th harmonic. 100 watts. SWR just barely over 1.1. Dramatic disintegration. Wonderful new frequencies discovered. 932 hertz plus its 11th harmonic. 10,252. And another victim. Fantastic night, September 12, 2007. Hit after hit after hit, all within a few vibrations of each other. You see, he's showing that little shaking sort of back and forth motion you sometimes get, indicative of a pre-disintegration. Now we have a 933 hertz plus 10,252. This guy's a tough guy. He is fighting it. I see the bubble, the blister emerging through the microscope. Let's keep an eye on him. Looks like he might make a run for it. 100-watt light bulb filled with helium, stimulated by pulsed radio frequencies. 27 megahertz carrier, which is amplitude modulated by two other frequencies in the audio range. One is 10,252 hertz, the other is 933 hertz. And he's swimming a little bit, so we're going to try to keep him centered on the screen. He will surely disintegrate. And it's only been 132 seconds. There he goes. Quite a few people in the Rife community seem to feel that 3 minutes is plenty if you have the right frequency, and it looks like they might be right. Sorry, the computer went to sleep for a second, because that was only 158 seconds on that set of frequencies. See if he has any nearby neighbors. Now, this is interesting because this is a little remnant. This is clearly not a normal Blepharisma. It's a remnant of one who underwent a change. And then apparently resealed itself. We've seen this before, where almost a new organism is created. And if when it seals off, if it keeps the main cilia, which is used for moving, then it continues to thrive as a sort of separate entity. You can find examples in the literature that talk about using pulsed radio frequencies to actually create new organisms. So we may be seeing something like that. It's not clear, but that's a fragment of a Blepharisma, which it continues to thrive here on the slide after much of it was disintegrated. It's absolutely fascinating to imagine how a new partial organism could survive like this.